his whole reserve. He'd have to give himself to the game, hold nothing back. The goddess opened her mouth. The black within yawned hungrily. Perfection glinted off the points of her teeth. "You can win the world," she said, "if you're willing to lose your soul." He looked her in the eye and said, "Fold." She laughed, and did not stop until the black-clad woman turned over her cards to reveal a king and a 2, unsuited. Caleb bowed his head in congratulations, and asked the others leave to go. Caleb bought another drink and climbed to marble stairs to the pyramid's roof. Dandies, dilettantes, and high society corpses clustered near the edge, glorying in the panorama of Dresediel Lex by night. Gleaming pyramid-studded city, sky spires adrift like crystal scimitars above, the ceaseless roll of the packs against the western shore. A ceiling of low clouds confronted the metropolis with its own reflected light. Caleb was not interested in the view. A carved Blackstone altar rose from the center of the roof, large enough to hold a reclining man or woman or child. From the iron fence around the altar hung a bronze plaque embossed with a list of dates and victims' names. He didn't read the plaque. He knew too much history already. He leaned against the railing and watched the old altar. Dew rolled down his whiskey glass and wet his hand. Teo found him 20 minutes later. He heard her approach from the stairwell. He recognized her stride. "It's been a long time," she said. "Since I've seen you leave a game that fast. Not since school, I think." "I was bored." In modest heels, Teo was Caleb's height and broader, built of curves and arches. Her lips were full, her eyes dark. Black ringlets framed her round face. She wore white pants with gray pinstripes, a white vest, a ruby shirt, a gray tie, and an expression of concern. Her hand lacked a drink. She joined him at the rail. "You weren't bored." She turned her back on the altar and looked east over the city, toward the gleaming villas atop the Draxspine Ridge. "I don't know how you can spend so much time staring at that old rock." "I don't know how you can look away." "It's bad art. Mid-7th Dynasty knockoff, gaudy and over-ornamented. A Kel and a Chal on the side look more like caterpillars than snakes. They didn't even sacrifice people here often. Most of that happened over at our office." She pointed to the tallest pyramid on the skyline, the immense obsidian edifice at 667 San Silva. Caleb's father would have called the building Quechaltan, heart of the Quechal. These days it had no name. This place did cows, the occasional goat, people only on an eclipse. Caleb glanced over his shoulder. Dresediel Lex sprawled below. 15,000 miles of roads gleaming with ghostlight and gas lamps. Between boulevards crouched the houses and shops and apartment buildings, bars and banks, theaters and factories and restaurants, where 17 million people drank and loved and danced and worked and died. He looked away. "We have an eclipse every year, a partial or a lunar. For a full solar like the one this autumn, the priests would work through all the prisoners and captives they could find, throw in a few innocents for good measure. Blood and hearts for a Kel and a Chal. And you wonder why I don't look? It's bad art, and worse history. I don't know why Andrade, the bar's owner, keeps it around." "You wouldn't have thought that way 70 years ago." "I like to think I would have." "So would I. But your grandparents, and my father, they weren't born different from the rest of us, and they still fought tooth and claw to defend their gods back in the wars." "Yeah, and they lost." "They lost. Our boss won, kicked out priests and pantheon, and now we all pretend 3,000 years of bloodshed didn't happen. We put a fence around history and hang a plaque and assume it's over. Try to forget." "What's put you in such